Happy money making Monday, my people. You are live in the building. Life Gains, Lamont Tyson YouTube channel. Of course, we've got some people coming through. They just take their time when they decide to get in here. But you got to bear with them. So for now, you stuck with me, but most of y'all been stuck with me since I was at 50,000 subscribers and you're still here. So we're going to keep this thing going. We are going to talk about BMF episode 2, what you like, what you didn't like, where you think they're going with the series. But before we get into that, did y'all experience that Facebook, WhatsApp, and IG outage that happened today? Now, you guys know Facebook been lying to the federal government. A whistleblower got on CBS News last night, and she had receipts, she had records, she had documents that basically said Facebook has been lying when it comes to doing what's best for the will of the people in an effort to make money. So the government asked Facebook to clean up some of the fictitious posts that was put on the site. They told the government, yeah, we're going to do it. And they never did it. And whoever this whistleblower chick was, she was so mad with Zuckerberg and the crew. She had emails, she had paper records, she had digital, she had all kinds. She had a full document dump. And next thing we know, Facebook stock drops like 15 percentage points. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we got a diva in the house. It's Nita.
Hey.
Diva. I almost thought I wasn't going to be able to get up with Nita the Diva tonight.
I'm sorry. I was having some technical difficulties.
So your phone got attacked too by the same people that attacked Facebook and
Yes.
IG. Well, we know why they got Facebook and IG, but I don't know why they messing with your phone though. But
Right.
we know why they got Facebook. So, Nita, how are you feeling so far? We'll go ahead and dive on into it. But before we do, let me shout out to everybody, Nita. Tim, Buzz, William, Mel C is in the building. Monique Johnson, Tressa C, Suburbia Jones, Big Homie, Lovely One, what's up, Support Gaming. And look who else came to the party. The real J-Mo. The still
real
living J-Mo. This is not a dead J-Mo. This is a living J-Mo.
Hey, man, I had to take out the competition, man. It can only be one.
Oh. So that's what you did, huh? You put a bug in Meech homeboy ear and said, I got to take this dude out, man.
Hey, man, it's like the Highlander. There can only be one.
Damn. God. That brother said, ain't nobody in Hollywood, no fictitious characters, can't nobody else have the J-Mo name.
No. They trying to steal my shine up in this piece, man.
Well, they got to go on about their business, brother.
Right.
Y'all ready to do this? We ready to get into
so
it?
Much shine. My face even paler than normal up in this piece.
Hey man, I mean, your team got a win yesterday. You should be happy.
Yeah, I ain't gonna rub it in on you, man. I know y'all heard, man. That fish out of water story, man. I know.
I'm hurting, man. Somebody done clipped our dorsal fin. We can't swim without a dorsal fin.
Yeah. Well, man, you know, goldfish don't last long from Walmart, man. So you know, man.
Oh man, see, my man got jokes. I already done. See, you better leave me alone. I done told you how y'all gonna name y'all city after Teddy Ruxpin. I done told you, leave me alone about them dogs now.
You gotta bear down, baby. Like bow down, like Ice Cube. Bear down when you come down.
Ain't nobody scared of them teddy bears. You know, my daughter singing song, Teddy Bear, Teddy Bear. Ain't nobody scared of them bears.
Hey, the ladies like teddy bears, man.
That's true. That's true. So let's get into this, y'all. Let's go ahead and roll. I'm gonna give y'all the opening clip. This dude right here is a bad man.
Straight threw him in the recycle bin, man.
Bruh. He scooped him up for real like he was a bag of groceries. I remember the Steiner brothers used to pick dudes up and slam them like that. He picked my man up.
The dog face gremlin up in here.
Yeah, man. He went belly to belly suplex on him. It was nuts.
They
So
still alive? I forgot
Yeah, they
about
still alive. But they ain't doing too hot, bro. That's what abusing drugs, bodybuilding drugs will do for you. But one of them can barely walk, and the other one can't move his arms. It's rough.
Wow.
It's rough. It is rough. Rough on the boy.
Wow.
So, Nita, I'm going to jump in on you. And we can just bounce around. We don't got to be consistent. We don't got to go through it piece by piece. We're going to bounce around a little bit tonight. So, Nita, I'm just going to start out with this Lamar. This dude is the damn Canaan of this series. And so...
That's a good reference right there.
Yeah,
I call him the Scully of this series.
That's right. That's right. He could be the Scully. And so, Nita, I'm going to take you to a place that made me smile because Lamar had a grand plan, and he was the one who basically put the info out there that J Mo shot T in the eye. Break this down for me, Nita. Did you see that one coming? Literally.
No, actually, it just goes to show you how sneaky the streets are. I was just like, wow, like, but that was like a straight Canaan move. Like you did say Canaan.
Yeah.
Come in there and cause a disruption amongst the two or whatever. So yeah, definitely. I mean, I definitely could, say, yeah, I saw that coming because we knew he was coming to fuck something up. That's all I knew. I knew he was going to be trouble from the time I seen him. So I was just like, it was pretty much on brand with him. So
yeah, he ate up a lot of screen time, and there was no bigger screen time. And I'm gonna come to you with this, J-Mo. I've never been to jail. Well, I've been arrested and I've been taken to jail, but I didn't have to stay there overnight. But I hear tales of when people get arrested and they've been going for a while, that they have urges that still linger in their bodies. So, usually when you go to a restaurant, you're going there to get fries. You ain't going there to fry nobody. And he was in the bathroom giving that big block everything she could handle.
Boy.
He was pancaking her like he had Thor's hammer between his legs. Just
boy, he came for the shake.
Ain't got no words for that.
He came for the shakes, the dessert, the yams, all of that, boy. He was taking out years of frustration on that ass. And that's why, hey, everybody, big girls, shout out, boy. They can take it when, it need to be, and they gonna be all pretty girl. I'm not getting on the floor. I'm not doing that. I'm not. She like, come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh.
I mean, she literally almost has her head inside the stall of the bathroom.
Right.
On the floor.
Had her cheeks on the floor and then had her cheek on the floor. Like, she was not playing with it. And, man, that brought back some memories. Good old days. Nah, I'm just playing.
Oh, my goodness.
The Burger King bathroom. I'm crazy. The lobby too with phase D.
Now, we want to shout out the people who are not here with us today. Living legend Larry is going to come back when we do a different type of show. He's not going to be doing the dope boy type shows anymore. He's going to come back when we do something like Billions, maybe Hightown. We even talked about doing Curb Your Enthusiasm, so y'all see him on that. And the homegirl Moochie, who usually hang with the fellas, she is in Germany. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning over there, so y'all stuck with us. Yeah,
enjoy yourself, girl.
Yeah, she over there getting it in. And shout out to the homie Eric Iverson, who gave us the big time super chat, $5. I'm sorry, but it's BMF overpowered for me, but I still love both. Okay. And he puts in there, big girls need love too. Craig.
Damn right.
Hey,
they know how to take it and give it back.
and fix your ass a sandwich when they done too. Big girls get you right. That's
I want
right.
my man to have a good meal. I like you to have your energy.
Now, since we're on the subject of big girls, this girl's not big. She's Detroit Diesel. I like this thing right here. This embodies a Detroit woman. thick everywhere they need to be, thin in the waist, and got a mouth on her and ain't scared of nothing.
Is she from Detroit in real life?
Yeah, she's from Detroit.
Okay. Let me ask you one quick question, quick.
Go for it.
Hey, if you was the girl in the last scene, would any of y'all be telling y'all friends like, "Hey, I'm gonna be in BMF. You got to check out my scene," and then they come and watch it. They see you get blowed out in the bathroom. We'd be like, "How did I do? Did I act pretty good?"
Oh yeah, man. You know they gonna tell it. You know she's in the TV that's on network. She's in.
I'm be like they sanitized that floor. Yeah, like it was all the precautions was taken.
Yeah.
I probably would have told people I'll be in episode 4. That's when you start watching episode 4.
Right when we in the car.
That is if they bring her back. You know?
Right.
I mean, but the way he's talking, I don't know they're gonna bring her back because baby mama.
Right.
He pulled a move on her. Well, first of all, Nita, I'll come back to you on this. How would you feel if a dude you done told to stay away from your family rolls up to your daughter's school? Would you have squall tires done the same thing she did?
Yeah, I mean, now that man is crazy. He is two pieces from crazies because I saw how he was getting like antsy, and I was almost getting scared for a minute. I was like, uh-oh. Then the dude with the little plastic bag on his head was like, hey, you know what? Wait a minute.
Right.
Like, hold up. Because he saw things was just getting too heated. And I was just like, yeah. And then did y'all hear the sound effect that was going on? Like it was kind of like going out like it was a ringing.
He was zoning out.
Yeah. Yes. I was like, oh.
I missed it.
But at least the dude was able to jump in and save her because I'm telling you, a lot of dudes, they will sit there and be like, that ain't my business. So I'm glad that he was able to just like kind of.
Hey,
what helped is that was his house. So
right.
That's why he jumped in. If it wasn't in front of his house, he unfortunately probably wouldn't have.
Right. Gotcha.
Now I done seen these Detroit sisters fight men. Now Lamar tough. But don't you cool believe she might would have got lick in the right place so she can get back to her car and get away after she finished getting some lick. Don't let these Detroit women fool y'all. Now I'm married to one of them. These chicks is tough. I
got that, but he kept looking like he was reaching behind him, like in his waist or something. He kept looking like he was reaching back and stuff like that. So that's where I was just like,
oh, you thought he was gonna try to shoot her?
I don't know. He just kept on being real fidgety, reaching around back.
That's what crazy people do. Neither they fidgety as hell. They can't stand still. You know, he was in the insane asylum for 2 years. He wasn't really in jail. He was in the insane asylum, but
that was a slick way of not going to jail.
Exactly.
That's what they said earlier. But still, you had to be pretty convincing to end up in there. Something ain't right with you still to get up in there.
Yeah, he's got some screws loose in his head, man. Now I'm gonna bounce it to you, Jay Moore. So let's go ahead and let's go back to the beginning. All right. So your boy Meech came to the hospital with his gun, his big gun. And old Coach Cop is in there with his right hand man.
Coach Cop.
And he was able to talk Meech into giving him the gun. But what are gonna be the repercussions, J Mo? They brought him J-Mo, and he specifically told him ruffle feathers. He didn't say cook the chicken. He said ruffle feathers. And then his man shot him, and he ain't do nothing about it. J-Mo, take the floor.
I mean, I think he gonna end up having to throw his man up under the bus, man, because yeah, dude, first of all, already trying to come for the throne. He already questioning his authority. Then he was acting like he was about to upstrap on Meech when he questioned him, like, "Oh hell no! Now you know you didn't fuck that, right?" No, I'm saying you know you didn't fuck that. Like, dude, what the hell is wrong with you? And you overstepped your boundaries by popping him. You didn't understand, like, this dude, the cop, you know what I mean, is the one helping me, and now you put me in a bad situation with the cop. So at the same time, you know, that might mess up my connect get out of jail free card, all of that. Because the damn show was about to get shot or go to jail in that hospital coming in with the ooh-wop. I mean, like the dude that shot him was in there or something. What was the point of that? Just young, wilding. Because what was he gonna do? Shoot the nurses?
He gonna start a war in the hospital? What was he gonna do?
Yeah. So I just think it was this emotion.
Exactly. Emotions out of control, young. Because we got to remember they only like 15. Like they've been in the streets much longer than Kanan. So we seeing Kanan at 15 just getting started, where they was at the beginning, 10 years old, 11 years old, and they got started. So they already 5 years in the game at 15.
Right.
Whereas Kanan is getting started at 15.
So let me shout out the super chatter. Barika, I'm not even gonna try to mess up your last name. Thank you, $10. Says the scene with Meech at the hospital with the strap is so Detroit. I 100% agree. My first day at receiving, a guy came in with a live grenade. We were on lockdown for hours till the bomb squad got there. Look, y'all, Detroit.
Y'all about
Afghanistan in this month. What the hell?
Look, man, I'm trying to tell you, Detroit rough now. You always hear people
a couple times, boy. You right, man. I thought it was Afghanistan. It was some blocks with just two houses on it, and one of them was run down, barely standing. I mean,
they talk about you tough if you can survive New York, bruh. You can survive Detroit, you can go anywhere in the world. You can catch that bridge anywhere.
Yeah, one of my best friends from college is from Detroit, and that's who I went there to kick it with him a couple times in Detroit. We had a great time, though, man. We went all over. We even went to Canada.
Yeah. Did y'all see that they had to lock down the bridge that goes from Detroit to Windsor because they found live bombs on the bridge yesterday?
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
On the Canadian side.
Yeah, they ain't playing. I even saw the police beat somebody up in Windsor. They was trying to obey and give the paper. He just smacked the paper out of his hand. The ID turned him around, slammed him on the floor. I'm like, damn. I thought Canada was nice.
They are until you mess with them. So it is what it is, man. So here we go now. With all the stuff going on with with Meech's brother, he tells his crew to go find a new safe house, new stash house. All right. So they get to this wrong clue. They get to the stash house, which is this place right here. Kato and Homeboy didn't check it out. And damn if Dave Chappelle didn't pop up in there. Crackhead popped up in there.
That's a good check.
Right. Popped up in there and tried to beat up on Kato, and then they lost $6,000 in drugs. Nita, pick up the floor.
Man, that was rough. But the good thing is Kato, at least she could hold her own because he ain't look like he was doing shit. He's standing at the door talking about what happened. I was like, what? I'm gonna need you to come on.
Right.
Help get this nigga up off me. But she handled her own, though. So I was like, I gave her props to that or whatever. But they should have definitely checked the spot before they started doing anything.
Right. She turned her back and saw this on the table, which clearly let you know somebody's there.
Right.
Barbecue bones in this mug.
And some Budweisers in the old 80s can.
Yeah, pull tabs at that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for real.
What'd you think about it, J-Mo?
Yeah, she got lucky that crackhead. He ain't had that crackhead strength up in him no more, man. He just smoked out that crackhead strength because if he still had that crackhead strength, boy, she might have been in trouble. But I think she did pretty good. Old boy is weak as hell though. He just looked, my bad. Hey, what?
Bro.
Like he didn't even help her. But then trying to get in her draws, like she gonna end up doing him like CB4. Remember Chris Rock when some girl had him on the damn balcony. Like, you know what I mean? He ain't ready for that, So man, I don't know, man.
He's a little punk to me, J-Mo.
Yeah,
I mean,
all the way around.
You take the gun away from him. What can he do?
Nothing.
Nothing.
By the way, Nita, I like your braids up in here. You see, you just switched it up. looking
it's
good
the same.
as always.
I just pulled them down.
Okay.
Usually they up.
All
Thank
right.
you.
All right. Yeah, but yeah, man, dude is trash, man.
Right.
That's who should have got thrown in the garbage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
Exactly.
I can't lie. Dude that got thrown in the garbage, I find him to be a little punky too.
Right.
He's just too gun ho to shoot somebody. I'm like, bro, what's your
Right.
problem?
Right.
Who put the scorpions in your underwear? What the fuck? Come on,
Right.
bro.
And remember, dude that got thrown in the garbage, he the little punk that was beating up Franklin in prison, taking his shoes in Snowfall.
But this same character gets beat up in almost every series he played in.
Exactly.
Every series he played in.
Typecast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We looking for a guy that can play the role of bitch.
Get that ass beat.
That's
the role.
You perfect.
That's the role. But having said that, J-Mo, Meech tried to infiltrate J-Mo's crew through him. And you could tell he was thinking about it for a minute. Like his wheels was turning. And then when his man pulled up, he tried to act hard all over again. And I'm like, bro, you ain't about that life. You was not about that life. Pick up on it, J-Mo.
Yeah, that's one of the things that they showed 2 different times that episode. When Lamar walked up, he was ready to grab the strap. When Meech was talking to him, he was ready to grab the strap. But when he got his ass whooped and thrown in the garbage, he wasn't grabbing no strap. So, you know what I mean? He what the hell? This dude was stupid. He got caught slipping and he faked. Now, I think what's going to happen is after he done got thrown in the dumpster, because he ain't dead. You know, he may be dead inside, but he ain't dead from getting thrown in the garbage. So he probably going to go to Meech because Meech made that offer. And now that J-Mo is dead, he ain't got to be loyal to him no more. He dead. Right. And he going to probably go to Meech and try to work with Meech because he don't want to work with Lamar. Dude just beat his ass and threw him in the garbage.
Dumpster. So, yeah. But J-Mo, if he's so tough, ain't he supposed to get the strap and go after Lamar if he's so tough?
Damn right. He's supposed to. That's the rules of the streets right there.
He ain't tough. He a fake tough guy. You know, like, just like the comparison, the smaller the dog, the bigger they bark, but they ain't going to do nothing. That's him and homeboy. He ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, dude gonna fold like a cheap suit, man. It just all get all bent out of shape, man.
You ain't lying. My grandma got a lawn chair that folds just like that. That's how he gonna fold. Used to be her favorite chair to sit under the tree. Every time she sit her big old grandma hind parts in it, it fold up on her. So that's exactly how your boy gonna be. He gonna fold the hell up.
For real. He ain't about that life.
Now, talk to me about this hospital scene, man. The parents, they's in there frustrated as hell because they feel like Meech done got. I'm gonna come to you on this one, Nia. They feel like Meech is the reason that the family's in this situation, and I understand where the dad is coming from, but what I didn't understand was in a hospital setting, I need the parents to try to keep everybody calm as best as possible, and so dad went hysterical. Drove the daughter out the hospital, and she go over the E-course. Need to pick it up from there. How'd you feel about that?
You know, it's terrible when you're in the family, you're like the youngest, you're a girl, and you feel invisible. You feel like, I mean, I just felt so bad for her. But you know, low key, I think she kind of worked Meech a little bit later on. She worked him a little bit later on in the episode, but all in all, I still think that this is one of those things, the dynamic in the family where, you know, she's just kind of left on the outsides. Like all their attention is on them and the chaos that they are bringing, that she gets little to nothing. Like she can't even go on a field trip. She can't, you know what I'm saying? So she can't get no attention. She can't get no money. So I was just like, I felt so bad for the baby. But yeah, the father does, he does act out a lot. He's very, very emotional. And you know, for one moment he was kind of calm. Yeah. But then the next moment he wasn't. I think he was calm when he was around Terry, But when Meech is around, that's when the rage seems to come out in him. And so,
okay.
I really don't like that dynamic because I feel like, I don't like that because I was just like, and it's almost just the polar opposite. It's like he's getting blamed for it, but Terry is just as much more in it and really want to stick with it. And he's like, he's almost like a little bit. Yeah, and Meech is like the fall guy for it. Like he's the oldest, he gonna take up for it, and he gonna, wear the cross and stuff like that. So I feel, I was just like, I'm hoping that it's all revealed because I don't want their whole life to be kind of, they think he's the golden boy, the golden child, and I just really don't like that dynamic. So I hope it's all revealed,
Well, Nita, there's someone here who likes your dynamic. William Lawrence say Nita is a woman you can take home to the fam. That's all we bring on this show, William. You know that. Right. That's all we bring on this show. Any woman we bring on this show, you can take her home to mommy, daddy, grandmama, your pappy, your stepfathers, yin yang, whoever you want to take them to. These women can go with you, brother.
Yeah, don't try to take her up into no damn bathroom, man. You're gonna get your ass whooped, man.
Yeah, we're not about to have no Lamar scenes no time soon now. J-Mo, how you feel about the family dynamic? I will say this though. The dad, I usually like him in all the roles he plays because he plays a grizzled Pittsburgh middle-class daddy in just about everything he do. I feel where he's coming from. The only knock I got with him is I just wanted him to be calm in that situation. Don't push your daughter away in all your rage. And mom did diffuse the situation, but if we talking about traditional roles, which he's supposed to be having that in this series, you take the lead, bro. Calm the family down. But speak on it, Jay.
Man, I like what he's doing. I understand it. He's not going about it probably the right way, but that's the realistic way a guy like him will handle it. And what it is he's thinking about the wheels turning of what's happening, and that I would have to really chalk up losing one son, Meech, to the streets, but I'm gonna try to protect my daughter, my wife, and my other son from the street. Whereas the mama is thinking about she don't want to lose no son, but she's in denial really because Meech is gone. He done made his mind up, and he can't come back until he want to come back from the streets. Even when they was in the church or in the chapel at the thing, he said, you praying for me. Well, she said you can't be in the house or whatever until you done. He said, well, I guess I'm out the house then. So, pretty much his mind is made up. Now, they both are in denial that Terry wants it just as bad and that he ain't just led by Meech the way they kind of seem like he just influenced by Meech. I mean, some people, point out that they chose the streets even though they had a mother and father in their life. But the example that the mother and father gave them was that even if you got a mother and father, it's still a struggle. It's still hard. They got to share milk. They don't have the bills paid. It doesn't matter if it's a mother, father, nuclear family in the home. They had the same struggle as if it was a single parent, and they didn't want that struggle. Now, they didn't see anybody as examples that education can get them out of that struggle. They saw, just like he said in the beginning of the episode, they saw people, the dope boys, they said the Chambers brothers that New Jack City was based off of as a way to make it out the struggle. And so when they did that, that's why they chose that life, because they could actually see and touch that. They saw Magic Johnson in them. Everybody ain't going to be 6'9". Everybody can't make it to the NBA. They didn't see people with education or, people with degrees from prestigious universities and see that as something that was attainable. Some people see these shows and feel as if it's bringing people down or anything. It's showing a humanity and allowing some people that don't understand it to get an inside look and understand the dynamic and why people chose these routes. Not to say that it's still the right route or it was positive. It's just to provide understanding. And everybody doesn't just consume one form of entertainment and then get brainwashed into thinking, I'm going to be just like Meech. I mean, you can see dude got shot in the face. You can see the ugly side of this stuff. You can see you got Pookie over here trying to tackle you in the crack house, all kind of different stuff. So they show the full picture of this type of life. You know, if you look at this and you chose to do this, you were going to try to do this regardless. It wasn't that this is doing it, just like some people say music, they listen to this song and that made them rob somebody. No, it didn't. You know what I mean? You was going to try to rob or do whatever you was going to do regardless. You may see somebody in music or whatever and you like the way they rap, and you may want to rap or sing like them, but you wanted to rap or sing anyway.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then you like their style and this and that. Or, you know, some people may see the way people dress or whatever, and they like the way they dress, but they like that style anyway. I could see a country music person dressed a certain way, and even if I say that didn't look too bad, I'm not going to go out and start wearing cowboy hats and boots and stuff, because that's not how I go. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter, you know, that. So we all got to, you know, look at it as, you know, entertainment. And besides, life is hard and real, you know, so everybody doesn't all consume this and then go out and imitate. You know?
And Jay, to your point, the whole thing about Terry getting shot in the face and still doubling down, not even taking the Lou approach like I want out. Like, I'm doubling down. So, you know, at the end of the day, I that's why I always like for them to highlight that it is a personal choice.
Exactly.
And you know, it's not. And you know, sometimes you kind of have to let the parents somewhere off the hook, because they could want the best for you, and it just may not even work out like that.
That's true.
And
that's
so
true.
yeah, so
have the best of parents, and people can still go the wrong way, and you can have parents that's not that good, and people turn out to be great.
Absolutely.
You know, like you say, it's a personal choice, man. We at a certain age, you are responsible for your actions. You know. It is what it is. No matter how hard you had it or how good you had it, you know better. You know right and wrong. You know what your actions can lead to a certain extent. And you make those choices in life. So, you know, it is what it is.
Speaking of choices, Nita, I'll go ahead and let you finish this one off. This is when he was having a conversation with the baby mama. And he basically... She was kind of feeling the stress of everything that happened. Someone is still on the loose that shot you. And basically, before she could even get it out of her mouth, I want you to get out this game. He done said, basically, baby, don't make me choose between you and the game, because I love this game. Nita, speak on it, my sister, because I'm loving this chick with her 90s look too, by the way. You know, got the
I got to put my bamboo earrings back on. I forgot. I ain't put them on today.
Yeah, she got that T-bars going on.
Yeah, man. Then got them door knocker earrings. Well, let's get
it. Door knockers.
Yeah, I mean, she knew the guy that she had. And so, you know, I mean, when you start thinking about a family, and at that age, like, I think what she was trying to like appeal to is like, okay, it's not just you anymore. Is kind of like us. It's like your offspring. I guess she was trying to really try to drill into his head that he has a family now. So it's not just you. You know, a lot of times people make decisions and they just think they make it for themselves. But then he did turn it back on her and said, this is how I make a living for us. So, I mean, I think he's fully aware of it, but I just think he's just too far gone. He is in it. And that's why I'm saying, that's why I can't understand how the parents is totally not seeing that. Like,
but you know why they're not seeing it? I'll give you why they're not seeing it. Meech dropped out of school. T is in school getting straight A's. So in their eyesight, because he's still so attached. Right, exactly. Because he's still so attached to academia, They just don't see how he could be doing both.
Okay.
But they do see the influence Meech is having on him because they do love his big brother. But they just kind of looking at Meech as just a lost cause. He dropped out of school to do this thing. But little brother, is about to be a senior and he's getting straight A's. So that's kind of how they're looking at it. And let me go ahead and bring in my final guest of the night. Late, but never too late. it's the homegirl, Miss K, over there looking like a tiger. Right.
Hey everybody. Hey guys. Hey Nita. Hey Jay. Hey Lamont. I had to come like I'm doing a pajama party, guys. I was not putting nothing up.
Oh wow. Those are pajamas? Okay, excuse me.
No, this is my robe, you know.
And you got the
matching earpiece. Yes.
So I'll go ahead and bring you in, Miss K. I'll go ahead and bring you on in since you came into the story. We're just kind of talking about the family dynamic with T. Meech and his family, but I want to go ahead and put you on the spot. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. How did you feel about what Lamar did to Homeboy at the very end, where he scooped him up and threw him in the dumpster?
I was a little confused by him doing that because at first I thought, all right, well, maybe, we know why he joined the crew. He's a lone wolf. He joined the crew because obviously he wasn't really trying to join the crew for real, but he wanted to spread that rumor so that he could start the war. But then instead of leaving this guy alone so that he could retaliate and get rid of Meech, he goes and does that. So it was kind of confusing to me. But then I figured, you know what? His main thing is he used to be like the leader of E-Course, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he probably just wants to wipe out the 12th Street Boys altogether. So then that's how it kind of made sense to me, because at first I was a little confused by that. But I don't think he's dead, though.
No, he ain't dead. He ain't dead. He, I think what Lamar was doing was sending a message. He's like, bro, you ain't tougher than me, you know. And he did get one good licking. He grabbed a bottle, hit Lamar in the head, and that ain't take him out.
Right.
That's when he was supposed to shoot him right there.
Exactly.
I guess they're not always strapped or something, because remember when he came up to them the first time and J-Mo asked him, he said, "Are you strapped?" And I'm like, what does that mean? Aren't y'all always strapped? So for him to ask, to me, sounds like maybe they don't always have a gun on them.
Nah, this
he
dude
was strapped.
Yeah, this dude stayed
strapped.
He
was strapped. Yeah, he was strapped at the time. I'm just saying for him to ask him that. Just made me wonder, like, why ain't y'all always supposed to be strapped?
I think that they don't do that because just in case the police run up on them. I think they be trying to, like, they don't even have a product on them. Like, they gotta go get it.
Right.
And, and you remember, like, when it's time for war, you remember how the people, what's his name, Marvin, was driving around giving everybody their straps because they got to be ready for whatever.
Because you don't want a gun charge and the dope charge and shit.
Right.
You know, 2 felonies.
So, yeah.
Sure don't. So, J-Mo, I'm going to come back to you. This show got a bunch of punks up here. I said this last week.
The remake of Punk.
Meech rolls up on Kwame Brown right here.
Kwame Brown.
And look at the look on Kwame's face. Now, is this the same dude? Is this the same guy that was in the classroom talking smack to T?
Right.
This the same guy that was in the club acting like he was tough. And now look at him.
Yeah, textbook gangster up in this piece.
Right.
Definitely, man. Kwame Brown. He wanted some mama's cooking right about there, boy. He was crying, boy. Mom, I ain't do it. I swear I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Man. I'll suck yo. Nah, I'm just please. Nah, but yeah, he definitely pulled his card, man. All his card, his credit, all that got pulled, boy. He wasn't ready for that life, boy. Meech straight punked his ass, then stole his chain for GP. Just
seriously,
right?
Yeah, I let you live, but I still got to do something else to your ass. Give me this chain. You ain't
got to work. We Debo, my man. Dang.
Right. This is my daddy chain. Okay.
Right. Just give it the hell up, right?
Right. Damn,
My
boy.
grandmama gave me that check.
Nita, where they gonna go with this character? Is this the last of Kwame Brown, or what they gonna do with Kwame?
No, I definitely don't. I'm telling you, when you pull the hammer out, shout out to Moochie. It's like, I mean, it's almost like it's telling you that something else is going to happen. Like, this is not just the end of this whole thing. I don't know when it's going to happen because, like you said, he is kind of young and stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't think that this is going to be the end of it. But I don't see him doing anything. But I could see him being like one of them people in somebody's ear to try to get something started or whatever. Like I don't know where it's gonna go. I honestly don't even. That was the dude from the school, but who does he run with? Because I'm still trying to.
He got a homeboy he was running with in the club. He wasn't with nobody.
He wasn't with none of the sets. Okay.
No.
Okay.
Just a teenager.
Yeah. He just had his own group. So Miss K, what do you think about Kwame? He's so tough in school, picking on folks that's got kids, but he get out here and get that hammer in his face.
Well, you knew he was already scared of Meech, though. Even in the club scene, as soon as Meech pulled up, like, do we got a problem? You saw how he was like, nah, we ain't got no problem.
Right.
But it's like, if you scared of the guy's brother, why are you trying to, why are you trying to pick on him or, start a problem? It's just stupid. So he's just a bored kid. And I mean, I guess he's an athlete as well. And so he's probably one of those jocks that thinks that, he could just be a jerk, without any repercussions. So he's probably used to that.
You saw his man took off running.
Took off.
Exactly. As soon as he scored.
No.
As soon as he ain't won him or nothing.
No. He ain't give him no smoke signal, no nothing. I was like,
dang. But that's your man's though, huh? That's your man.
Right. He just left dust.
Wow.
Right. I don't think he's gonna be a problem. I mean, at last week I was saying that he was one of the people that had a motive, but I don't think he's gonna be a problem. But you never know. You can never sleep though.
Right.
That's
true.
Right. So I'm gonna come your way on this one, Nita. So this happened for real. So we all know in real life, Southwest T did get shot in the eye. They still didn't find the guy that shot him. So this portrayal too happened when the dad got down the throat of the doctor because he was going to lose his eye. He did really lose his eye. They did really sue the hospital, and they got a huge settlement in which they started doing car rentals and upgrading cars. So that scene where homeboy pulled out the gun that was underneath the dashboard, that was some of the things they did with the money and what they was doing to hook people's cars up.
The dad did that in real life?
Dad and me and T, yep, they got a settlement. They sure did. Started a little car business.
Yeah, the dad, so the dad got his hands a little dirty, huh?
Yeah, I got him a little bit of cake, got him a little bit of money. Man. But Nita, how did you feel when the dad was chastising the doctor in this scene?
Look at Ray Liotta.
Ray Liotta. That dude looks like little Ray.
He sure do, don't he?
Ray Liotta.
With a bad
haircut. Ray Liotta.
The thing that really struck me about this is that I don't know. I felt like as a black man, I didn't know that, you had that much power to raise up on people, white people and all that stuff back in them days and actually get away with it. Like, I was kind of
this was the 80s though.
Huh?
This the 80s though.
It's the 80s, but I was just surprised. Like, even with Meech running in the hospital like that with the Tech 9, I was just like kind of, I mean, I noticed that the one person drew the gun and was like, hold up. But, I just felt it'd be a little odd, but,
yeah.
Nita.
Meech with the gun.
Nita.
That's
Detroit.
Right,
that's Detroit. Black people been having power in Detroit since Motown.
Right. Yeah. You got to think about Detroit.
Right. I mean, it's cool because obviously, what it told me is when he got indignant like that and raised up, it was basically an acknowledgement from the doctor that they did mess up.
Right.
That's what I got.
Right.
Because when you
Right.
kowtowing like that, like you know you made a mistake. You know, if you didn't, then I think you probably would have been more, you know, authoritative or a little bit more something. But you know, it really told me all that I needed to know, that they did make a mistake in there.
Jump on in there, Miss K.
Yeah, I had a feeling. I didn't know this happened in real life because remember I told you that I didn't follow the story because I'm trying not to. I don't want nothing to mess anything up for me. But I thought no, it's fine. It don't matter. But I just felt it already. Like I knew that there was going to be some type of settlement, whether it happened in real life or not. And I was like, oh, okay, they come up right there, you know. So as far as going back to what you said, Lamont, you're not saying that the father got his hands dirty.
No,
you're not saying that, right?
I mean,
T is the one that made it dirty.
Yeah,
with the guns.
exactly.
Stash spots in the cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm about to say that's a huge
change.
change.
They started that business, and then that eventually led them to trafficking their drugs across America. I don't know how long the father stayed in it, but eventually they started using that business to traffic their drugs across America.
Damn.
Wow. That is crazy.
Talk
That's
about
smart,
hands
though.
across America.
Yeah, man. Right.
That's smart, though.
Right. Well, J-Mo, I'm gonna come to you, man. You know I like picking on my Detroit diesel women. All right. I like them. This thing right here is right. Detroit all day. But J-Mo, is you feeling how Lamar can go write a 5-page letter and act like he wrote this mess 2 years ago and she fell for it? I'm like, come on, man. Y'all sisters in Detroit tough. You J-Mo,
he wrote it on Jack in the Box napkins up in this piece, Coney Island napkins.
God, he still got the pen in his head right now as we speak. There go the pen right there that he used.
So I had to add a couple things at the end, right?
I had to edit it a little bit. I had to make it update.
Yeah, nah, man, that was kind of funny, man. That he actually listened though to old boy, which is one thing I wanted to bring up when we was talking about it earlier about how he pulled the like Kanan move. He had what's his name? Damn, I can't. D. Ray Davis. That's who he looked like. D. Ray Davis, a part of J-Mo crew. And that's who gave him the idea to, write the letter or whatever. D. Ray Davis up there. D. Ray told him to go ahead and write the letter. So it showed he do respect and listen to him, and it worked. And that was surprising, though. I don't know why she done told this man that baby ain't his. That nigga don't look like me. He ain't the pappy, but he still want to get some of that nappy, is what it is. So that's all that matter. He like, well, look, I don't care. We can work on making one. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And so he tried to get in. He had to go ahead and take out his frustrations on you know what I'm saying, Aunt Jemima, and you know what I'm saying.
Oh, you talking about this right here?
Yeah. We had to go ahead. Yo, ass crazy. I had that, but I ain't want to put it out there on my channel the other day. I ain't want to, you know. But anyway, he went to the gym. He had that workout right quick, that Kanye workout on that ass right quick. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying? He got 10 toes down, and so he took out that frustration. So when he get with her, he can be gentle. He ain't got to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, bust that prison, you know what I'm saying, frustration off. He could try to be gentle, put on some Luther or something, you know what I mean?
That's a good way to look at it. That's a good way to look at it. Now, Nita, how'd you feel about her falling for the 4-page letter? By the way, Aaliyah is from Detroit, too. Just throw that out there.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think she fell for it.
Okay. Now we're talking. I'm back on her team. Now we're talking. Go ahead. Preach.
I don't think she fell for it. I just feel like, as a woman, you keep your options open. That's all. Keep your options open. You don't want to make a guy like Lamont an enemy. Like, I mean, if he's coming and giving you something, you don't have to like come at him like, so hard or whatever. So, I think she's just trying to, feel him out.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me, Nita, the key to your heart is to act crazy, and because I act crazy, you're gonna keep me close? Is that what you're saying? Is that what us men supposed to expect?
You gotta keep them crazy ones close so you can know what the hell they gonna do. It's like, no, I don't know. But I'm not saying he a plan B. He might be a plan F.
She gonna need a plan B if she keep messing with him.
Right.
Get a whole prescription.
Right. and as of right now, she's not even really and truly aware of the beef that's going on between him and the man she currently sleeping with. So when she finds that out, I'm wondering which way she gonna sway. So I'll ask you that, Miss K. Which way is this Detroit Diesel gonna sway? This way?
I think she's gonna sway with Meech because he got the money. Whatchamacallit ain't got nothing right now.
Right.
I heard somebody say that before.
Get that money.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
I think that poem worked.
Thank you, Emmett. Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say I think that poem or whatever he wrote worked, but I don't think she's gonna get with him though. Yeah,
right. Yeah,
right. But she might when he get money. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, because I don't feel like I mean, I see what you saying, Nita, that she didn't buy it, but it looked like she kind of bought it, but it just doesn't mean it's gonna do anything. Because remember when he sat next to her, she was like, now, like move.
Right.
That's what I say.
Yeah, what you doing over here?
But all a good man need is an inch. You give us an inch, we'll take a mile. So
I think
when she.
Man?
Well, any man really.
I think a smart woman is gonna do like Nita said. Like when they crazy like that, you kind of got to just be like, okay, yeah, play nice.
She was pressed her luck earlier with
right, exactly. And I think the reason why she probably did that is because PM was there. Like if it was just them two together, she probably wouldn't have been like that. I don't know. But you see how PM, he know his boy. As soon as he started getting up in her face, he was like, first he's sitting down eating peanuts like he enjoying the show. Then when you saw how crazy, then when you saw how crazy Lamont got, he was like, okay, the show's over. Let me stop this real quick.
Like reel him back.
Shoot, I got neighbors. Dang nugget.
Straight up.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got on a Monday night football night, we've got 265 people tuning in to us. That's a blessing. Grateful to y'all. Give us 265 likes, please, so that we can continue to get this content out there and continue to entertain you guys and more people as the weeks progress. We can't even leave this conversation without talking about the crew. So right now, this is a scene from when these dudes that they just hired, the new hired muscle, they's upset because the rumor is Meech ain't done nothing to J-Mo yet. And so they kind of feeling like, well, if he ain't going to protect his brother, how he going to protect us? Right. And Kato and Homeboy here had to talk them off the ledge. I'll give that one to you, J-Mo. You go ahead and lead on that one.
I mean, they sitting there wanting the war, but like they had to tell them, how many of y'all ready to, go to war? You talking about what Meech should do, but if it come out to be an all-out war, y'all ass might end up dead. She basically had to talk some sense into their ass, but by them being young and pretty much everybody young in this, set right here, they just want to straight rush to, judgment and ready to go to war and shoot it up and, play cops and robbers basically without realizing, once these bodies drop, not only is the police going to come, but it might be your body dropping.
Right. So, no diplomacy, J-Mo. They don't believe in diplomacy, do they?
No, they don't know nothing about the UN, man. They ain't ready for no negotiations, man. They ain't got Chris Sabian on their side to negotiate up in this piece, man.
Nita, what'd you think about the crew?
I think those are the people that actually put that battery in High Top head. Because I think he was leaning with Kato at first, and then all of a sudden I'm trying to figure out where did the flip the switch happen when he was at the thing with Meech and ended up killing old boy. I was just like, I said he must have got the battery in the back from them and just didn't let them know, but it must have activated something in his mind that had him on 100 when he was with him with that. So yeah, but I'm glad that she kind of quelled it. And can y'all tell me? I cannot remember, because I remember Meech saying something about every time something goes wrong, Kato is at the bottom of it, or is she in the middle of it?
Yeah, she's all.
I didn't get that one.
Basically, in episode 1, you know, she couldn't sell their drugs, so she started undercutting the price, and so that swirled out of control. He blamed that on her. Now at the crack house, at the new stash house, they done lost $6,000 worth of drugs. He's blaming that on her too. So that's where he was coming from with all that. Miss K.
Yeah, she was actually smart too at what she was doing.
That's what I
that's what, like, you gotta listen to these women now. These women be having the bomb ideas, man. And then they'll let a man take the credit for it. You gotta listen to him now. Listen to him. Miss K, jump on in there.
Yeah, I think, you know, that's a good point that you made, Nita, that, you know, they might have put the battery in his back about that, but I think it was more because you know, Meech wasn't listening to him. And that doesn't mean that he has the right to go on and overstep boundaries. And I just really feel like this guy is a problem. I wouldn't necessarily say that it was like they put the battery in his back, because he'd been questioning everything since the beginning of this episode, when Meech was even saying, look, let's hire some goons and stuff like that. And he like, oh, you know, the goons ain't gonna be reliable, this and that. Now I do see where he's coming from. A lot of stuff that he says to Meech makes sense. But if the man in charge is telling you to fall back, then that's what you just gonna have to do. And that's the thing that I don't really like about this guy, Mickey. And I feel like, you know, he's going to cause a lot more problems for this little organization that Meech is trying to build.
They need to handle him.
Well, they need to handle him, just like he over here talking about some, you know, if it was my brother, I would have been scorched the earth or whatever, you know. So I feel like what I do like about him is that on the front lines, he has Meech's back. Like, y'all don't got the right to be questioning, you know what I'm saying? But then when he gets with Meech, he's questioning him, you know? So it's kind of like, take your own advice. But at least he's not trying to stir the pot, you know what I'm saying? Like, as the guys are saying, oh, he's not gonna take care of us if he don't take, you know what I'm saying, take care of his brother. At least he's not stirring the pot, but at the same time, he's still insubordinate.
So, as hell. Insubordinate as hell. But since you brought it up, we'll go ahead and let you start this one off, Miss K, and then I'll come to you, J Mo. So Coach Cop brings J Mo hand delivered, tied up, and everything right here for Meech. Right. He tells Meech, ruffle feathers, don't cook the chicken. What happens? He's beating him up, talking junk, and J Mo realized, look, this dude's serious. I ain't shoot your brother. Pulls the gun out on him. Next thing I know, he wasn't gonna shoot him. Mickey pulls the gun on him, say, I did what you didn't have the courage to do.
Right.
And Meech didn't even lay a finger. Meech could have blew on this dude. He ain't do nothing. Take it away, Miss K.
Yeah, that was, I honestly couldn't believe it when I I was like, he really shot him. I couldn't believe it, guys. So I was just like, wow, this kid, like I said, he's a problem. And, you know, the dude said ruffle feathers, and we don't know what kind of history. Well, we know that this is a coach and he probably knows Meech from high school or whatever, but whatever kind of arrangement they have, you know, we don't know nothing, right? But this guy is over here and I don't know if he heard him because he was right there. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was too far when he said ruffle feathers only, nothing more. But let me tell you what the problem is for me. All right, I know, like I said, this guy Mickey, he's insubordinate and everything. He overstepped, but Meech shouldn't have pulled out the gun. And it's like, why you gonna pull out the gun? You got this dude crying, this and that, and you knew you were not going to shoot him. So what was the whole point? So I think that Meech he's learning a lot as well. I think from what I'm seeing, he seemed like he's trying to stay clean, but it's like you can't stay clean in this game. And I think that's a lot of what Mickey is trying to say. You know, you can't. How you trying to say you want to be king of Detroit? You know what I'm saying? And what king has not dropped the body? And so it's like, Meech, you got to figure it out at this point. But still, there's no excuse for this guy to not listen to what his boss is saying, basically.
J-Mo, jump on in there.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, dude is doing too much by not listening. But I think one of the reasons Meech didn't do nothing to him is because he low-key wanted to kill dude. I'm pretty sure. I mean, they already was having business disputes, and he probably think J-Mo had something to do with it. But at the end of the day, I think he was going to listen to, you know, you say not Coach Carter, Coach Copper up in there.
Coach Copper.
Coach Copper was going to tell him, you know, don't do it, don't kill him. So I think he was going to listen. But now he got the dude shot him, and he could say it wasn't me. Dude did it. And so I think he felt a little better about that. But then dude was saying, hey, I'm going to tell everybody you did it. So then that'll put that up. You know, so I don't know, man. That dude is gonna cause a lot of confusion.
Lots.
Yeah, and then he's trying to go after you know, young Cookie Lion up in this piece.
Right.
And so if they end up being a tag team, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's half his organization gone right there.
Gone.
So he definitely need to take dude out before he get too much of a foothold into his organization and become a problem. Definitely. He already pressed, and then he gonna start to look at, because in the game everybody always look for some reason to be weak, and he might look at Meech as being weak because he was BSing and wasn't pulling the trigger, and he the one that actually shot him, and this, that, and the other. So he gonna eventually try to think Meech is weak and try to. He already act like he was gonna pull a strap on him right then.
Yep, he did. He sure did.
Yeah, so it's only a matter of time before he actually do. So Meech is gonna have to take him out. Definitely, we'll see Meech take him out before this series is over.
Okay. All right.
Remember when Kevin tried to do that to Franklin in Snowfall? Like, you ain't even about that life.
Right.
So we're gonna basically gonna see that again. I definitely think that. So just how long is he gonna last though? I don't think he's gonna go that soon. Do you think he's gonna go this season?
He needs
probably not. Probably not. What
he
you
should have went right
there.
He should have been the next one after Mickey.
Yeah, he should have been laying right next to his
acting like he gonna boss up on me. Like, nah.
Meech should have shot him and then made it look like they had a shootout with each other.
Right.
But it's, you know what? Meech kind of loved this dude because, like you said in this episode, you've been my right-hand man for over 10 years. They had a little conversation. They were smoking a blunt together. So I think Meech has a lot of respect for this guy. He kind of got some feelings for this guy, but this is the wrong game to be having feelings in. You know, and when your man's when your man go from giving you good counsel to he want to be the head of the council, gotta get rid of him.
See what Eric Iverson just posted. See, I didn't know all that. That's one thing about this that's messed up is some stuff is getting leaked and they kind of mess it up, but they say it's loosely based on it. So let's hope that maybe they end up killing dude. Yeah, change it up.
Right.
Because to know he's alive, that just messed it up. Like,
exactly.
Damn.
That's why I don't want to follow the story because, you know, I don't want that kind of like just mess it up for you.
Don't worry. They are twisting. They are twisting this thing the hell up like a pretzel. You know, there's parts that they stick to the source material on, but then they take other parts and they're deviating it around. Like, you know, like you didn't know last week that they never found the person that shot T to this day. Now,
Right.
if you were just following this story, you would assume that J Mo got shot for real and by Mickey as supposed to be vengeance for shooting T. That's what you would assume, right? So even if you do hear the real story, just know that they're twisting it around so that everything is not going to be 100%. So you don't feel like you're losing out on that.
Yeah, some people are saying in the comments, the facts was out way before the series. Everybody wasn't following this story though.
Right.
You know, the facts have been out for years, but like I didn't read up on that story. I know about Big Meech and them, just the big highlights, but I didn't know all the intricacies and the names of these people and who did what and this and that. I mean, I wasn't really following and reading up on it like that.
Me neither. Me neither. I follow some of it because I like history and I do like crime drama. So I watch American Greed. I watch all that kind of stuff. And occasionally you'll run across these stories of him, Larry Hoover, Bumpy Johnson.
Exactly.
You run across some of these stories and sometimes they stick out to you depending upon your predilection for the city they're in. So Detroit,
right.
You know,
every big city has their own hood heroes.
Right.
Larry Hoover is from Chicago, and they got Chief Malik, all kind of different stuff. The El Rukins, there's all kind of stories about that stuff in Chicago alone. So like, I didn't like look into other cities like that. You know what I mean and stuff. So, and even then, I didn't like try to study everybody's stuff like that. You know.
Yeah. You literally ain't got enough time on your hands to do all that because they could make these stories from now literally to next year, and I'll get you guys out of here on this, and I'll start with you on this one, Nita. So we've already hit on the fact that Mickey, he wants some of Kato, and Kato basically told him what I look like sleeping with somebody in my own crew. So my question to you, Nita, and the whole panel. Based on what they said about her character in this show, she's keeping a dark secret. What is that dark secret? And who's going to be the first to get her panty draws?
Panty draws.
You know, I don't know what the secret could be. But what I can say is that I heard her say what she said out her mouth, but her body language is telling me that she is digging Mickey. That is what I'm getting from her. I'm getting.
I agree with that. I agree that she is digging him, but she made a conscious choice not to do nothing with him in that moment because she felt like it wouldn't be good. She's sleeping in the crew. She'd be vulnerable. She said all the right things.
She did say all the right thing. It was all true. Because then everybody would say, well, you only in this because you with him. Or you only got this because, it take away from who she is. So.
Right. Yeah, I can't call because like I said, I don't know the characters. I don't know what she could have done. And so I'm just along for the ride. So I don't know what the secret could be.
And somebody told me that actually they twisted it because that was a man and they made it into a woman in the story. So, so yeah, that person was actually a dude. It wasn't a woman in that role right there. So that's good that they changing it up for those that study their life and know everything and want to say every tidbit of history that pop up. This is a show.
They twisting it. They twisting it just fine. Like for me, knowing some of the source, I'm happy with the different things that they have twisted to keep this thing engaging.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
right. So
because otherwise it wouldn't be worth watching if you knew everything and they kept
Or you just make it a documentary. Period.
Right.
Just make it. So I'm glad with what they're doing. Miss K, what do you think is going to happen between these two, and what are the secrets that Kato is hiding?
I never knew that she has secrets. I mean, I had no idea. I definitely think that she's gonna get with him. For her to talk about I'm leaving, and then she winds up staying. That's like, all right, girl, stop. How she's not gonna be able to stick to her rules. Yeah, she's not gonna be able to stick to her rules that much longer, So I definitely think there's going to be something going on between them. But if something does go on, who is she going to choose if there's a beef between Mickey and Meech? That's the question. And another thing is, if she's supposed to be from down south, maybe there's a secret from down there somewhere. I don't know.
Right,
Maybe she had to run. Maybe she's on the run, or she had to run from somebody. She killed somebody. I don't know.
Okay. J-Mo, you get to finish this thing off with Kato and Mickey. What's going to happen?
I mean, yeah, they gonna end up bumping uglies, you know. She had him go ahead and pull out that vodka, you know what I mean? She about to get loose up in there and feeling all good on the couch. She was already doing her little dance or whatever, so she ready to get her groove on. You know, women love to dance, so if you're a man and you know how to dance, man, that's one way to get a woman interested. You go ahead and move them hips. She'd be like, okay, he got some moves.
Hey, you ain't got to be like Usher. You ain't got to be like
right.
Usher.
Just don't step on their toes.
Just don't step on their toes. Make sure you bring them a good drink, and that's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. Get up in there.
Wow.
That's all you got to do.
In that piece.
Right.
You know, what they
so.
saying, Nina? Oh my god.
That's how I go, man. So yeah, she you know, she already had a little bliggity in the air smoking that blunt. And you know, go ahead and have some vodka up in her. She already a little loose. He gonna put on the music, start dancing. Next thing you know, kissing
Blame it on the alcohol, huh?
You know,
right? Loose on that goose.
Yeah. Don't blame it on who asked for it. She asked for it. Ask and you shall receive.
You stayed, girl.
You know what I
mean? You stayed. Now you about to get laid.
Oh,
yeah, freestyling up in here.
That is a great way to get us up out of here for the night. You stayed, now you about to get laid. You know what? I'm going to have to put that on a t-shirt. Well, y'all don't forget to like the video. We got up to 295 people on a Monday night where an exciting football game is going on. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We'll be back tomorrow to talk a little bit more stuff. I know Miss K is coming back for sure. And I'm going to hop on with J-Mo when I get off tomorrow to talk some football trash. Because he's been up here talking about my Dolphins is fried fish. The fish grease still high. He up here talking all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna have to get up there and give him some stats. But be sure to subscribe to everybody's channel.
Just leave the stat of y'all record out of it. That's all.
Shout out to Moochie. We miss you, boo.
Yeah, yes. Moochie. Be safe and be safe down there, Moochie. Be safe, enjoy yourself, and we'll look forward to seeing you when you get back. Yeah, that's going to do it for this video. Don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe to everybody's channel. Their links is in the video description. To the next Sex is Hell video, which will be tomorrow. We'll see you.
All right, y'all. Peace. We're going to be kicking and going over there too. So
jump on J-Mo channel. He ready to go now.